Hello friends, this video on oscillations part 24 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Please make sure that you have watched all the videos till part 23 before going ahead with part 24. So now we have almost covered simple harmonic motion, its basics, the various terms related to it. Now we will study about damped simple harmonic oscillation. Till now, we always considered that once you move the object, once an external object initiates the movement, the oscillation keep continuing. But what happens in real life? In real life, if you observe your simple pendulum, if you take the bob, take it to the extreme end and leave, it will oscillate for some time, but after a certain period of time, it will come back to rest to its mean position. So that means what is happening? Gradually the amplitude or gradually the displacement is reducing. So what causes this reduction in displacement? So there must be some resistive force which opposes the motion of the bob. So that kind of simple harmonic motion is called damped simple harmonic motion. However, if you want, you can apply some external control factor and make the oscillations continue for infinite period of time. But in that case, you have to make sure that you imply some method such that you can get rid of the dissipative forces or the frictional forces. So damped SHM is a motion in which amplitude of the oscillating body reduces eventually. That is, as time passes, the amplitude keeps decreasing. Dissipating forces cause damping. Dissipating forces include the frictional force, frictional forces due to air or any other external object. So these kind of frictional force opposes, as always, friction opposes motion. So it opposes this oscillation and therefore the body stops after a certain period of time. If you observe this oscillation, you see at the very beginning, the body went somewhere till this point. In the next oscillation, somewhere here. Now, it reached somewhere here. And gradually, the amplitude is decreasing. Right? So, the amplitude is decreasing with due course of time and finally, the body stops. This is what we observe normally in our normal condition. If you tie a stone or a ball to a thread, you just hang it in your hand, you will see that after some time, it will come to rest to its mean position. That's because there is frictional force, there is air resistance which is acting on that particular mass. So it stops after some time. So this kind of simple harmonic motion where the amplitude gradually decreases is known as damped simple harmonic motion. So here we'll talk about the damping force. Till now, while we discussed about simple harmonic motion without considering damping, then we only considered the restoring force, right? There was no damping force into play. But now there will be one restoring force which will always try to pull the body towards the mean position, and at the same time there will be a damping force which will try to oppose the motion of the body. So let us see how the damping force will look like. Damping force, the magnitude is proportional to the velocity of the body. So this damping force is proportional to the velocity of the body. That is, magnitude wise it is proportional to the velocity of the body, but when we talk of direction, it is always directed opposite to the velocity. You can compare it to restoring force in this sense that restoring force is also proportional to displacement, but it is opposite to the direction of displacement. Similarly, for damping force, this is proportional to velocity and directed opposite to velocity. That is why it always tries to slow down the velocity. It is generally denoted by Fd. The subscript d stands for damping. So Fd is equal to minus Bv. That's because, as I told you, damping force is proportional to velocity. So this proportionality can be replaced using a constant. That constant is B. This is known as damping constant. The negative sign indicates that Fd is in opposite direction with V. Now let us talk about damped oscillations. What we will discuss here is we will try to find out the equation of motion for a damped oscillation. Because earlier we found for simple harmonic motion that displacement is given by a cos omega t plus phi. But now there is a damping force also involved. So that will also affect the equation for the oscillation. So let us try to have a look at that. Let us suppose you have this pendulum. You pull the mass to the extreme position and then leave. So it starts oscillating. So now what are the forces acting on it? There is a restoring force which is as usual equal to minus k into x, where x is the displacement. There is another damping force which is given by minus b into v, where v is the velocity of the mass and v is the damping constant. Therefore, the total force acting on the mass will be equal to the restoring force plus the damping force. Both of these forces are opposing forces. So the total force will be minus kx minus bv. Now let us suppose a is the acceleration of the block. Right. So this total force acting on the mass will be equal to mass into acceleration. Right. So this can be written as minus kx minus bv is equal to m into acceleration. What is acceleration? It is d square x by dt square. So from this we can say that we can write it in this form, m d square x by dt square plus kx plus bv is equal to 0. Or we can write this equation in this form, m d square x by dt square plus d, velocity we can write as dx by dt plus kx is equal to 0. So very clearly this is taking the form of a differential equation. So further we can write this equation as d square x by dt square plus d by m dx by dt plus k by m into x is equal to 0. So this is clearly a differential equation. Now you would have studied in your mathematics classes how to solve differential equation. So I am not going into that method that how do we solve differential equations. So on solving this equation, we can find that xt comes out to be a e to the power minus bt by 2m cos omega t plus phi. So this is the equation which represent the motion of a damped oscillation. So what is its difference from the simple harmonic oscillation without damping? There we had a cos omega t plus phi. So here the additional term is e to the power minus bt by 2m. So this term causes damping. Right? Now here this omega, let us mark it as omega dash so that we can differentiate it from non-damped oscillations. So here omega dash is the angular frequency and omega dash is mathematically equal to root over k by m minus d square by 4m square. You might be curious that from where am I writing such values? That's because I have not shown you how this differential equation is getting solved. I feel that the solving of differential equation is basically suggested in higher classes. So we don't deal with how do we solve differential equation. For now, it is enough for you that you know the solution to this equation. It is enough for your knowledge as of now that this term e to the power minus bt by 2m is the one which causes damping, and omega dash is the angular frequency, which again has an additional term of minus b square by 4m square. So we can see in this equation that if b is equal to 0, that is if the damping constant becomes equal to 0, then your x of t becomes the same equation as you had for simple harmonic motion without any damping, because in that case even omega dash will become root over k by m. right? Because b is 0. So you will reduce to the same equation, right? So what do we see? Now if you observe the path, that means the change in motion is mainly governed by the term e to the power minus bt by 2m. This term clearly shows that it is not a periodic motion. It will not change periodically. Instead, it is decreasing exponentially, right? So, in this slide, let us plot it graphically. If we plot a damped oscillation graphically, what do you think it would look like? Let me roughly plot it. Let us suppose if you plot a graph, the graph would somehow look like a reducing curve where your amplitude will keep reducing like this. So this is how the graph will look like. That is because when you plot a graph, you basically plot a graph for e to the power minus bt by 2m versus time. So with time, it will decrease exponentially. So decrease exponentially with time. So I think this knowledge on damped oscillation is enough as per your level. And I hope you have a clear understanding of oscillatory motion, where we mainly discussed about simple harmonic motion, the various terms and the various parameters related to simple harmonic motion, force acting on an oscillating body, the different energies, how do the energies change, and finally I ended the lesson with damped oscillations. Somewhere during this entire lesson, at certain places, I left certain things up to you to solve, right? So in case you feel any difficulty while solving them, feel free to ask a query. Thank you. Please visit examfear.com to watch free educational videos, try free online tests, get the best quality study materials, study from the best tutors and mentors, and much more. Thank you once again.